night, number 20 Stanford at Oregon State. Corvallis, Bryce Love on the sideline with an ankle injury. Stanford could have used him, the nation's leading rusher. In the fourth quarter, it's 14-9 Beavers, a chance to ice the game with a first down, but Ryan Nall coughs it up and Stanford recovers. 4th and 10, Keller Chryst needs a completion, and Caden Smith over the top of the defender somehow hauls it in, keeps the drive alive, and the Cardinals' chance at winning the game. 25 yards to move the chain. Later in the drive, 2nd and goal from the 3. 24 seconds left. Chryst going to throw the jump ball to JJ Arcega. Hello, Mr. Whiteside. Arcega brings it down, or Arcega, I should say, for the score, and Stanford survives on the road. The JJ Arcega-Whiteside touchdown the difference, 15-14. But Dylan, that was not easy for Stanford. Never easy to win on the road. I imagine Bryce Love may have made a difference. He still leads the nation in rushing, despite the fact that he didn't play in this game. His replacement in this game, Cameron Scarlett, ran for 72 yards on 17 carries. That's 4.2 a pop, but Love was averaging literally a first down every carry.
He's been ridiculous.
10 yards this season. Does the fact that Stanford narrowly escaped by just a point actually strengthen his Heisman candidacy, even though he didn't play?
I absolutely think so. You look at an offense that just didn't look themselves, and that shows value.
Okay.
You know, sometimes it gives perspective on exactly how much a player impacts their team's games when you have a look sans that player. And not every year, especially in a Heisman campaign, usually guys are playing every game. They're playing 10, 11, 12 ball games a year, whatever their team schedule and everything has in front of them. You usually got to add all those numbers up. But with Bryce, you know, I think the per numbers, the per carry, the per game numbers, obviously not hurt because he doesn't play late. The counting stats get hurt a little bit, but the counting stats were so ridiculous,
right.
It's almost like he could afford to take a game off and prove to the voters and the Downtown Athletic Club, look at how different my team looks without me. So for me, I think this was a clear-cut case where if we saw Stanford go in and that offensive line rolled the Beavers and looked really dominant, and Love's replacement comes in and runs for 150 yards, you're like, maybe it is system. Maybe they are just bigger and tougher than these Pac-12 defenses, and that's why Bryce is eating so well.
Right.
But I think Bryce eats well because Bryce is just hungrier than everybody else, and I think it actually helped his cause tonight.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you here. I imagine, and because of what he's put together cumulatively up to this point, he can still rush for 2,000 yards fairly easily because he's averaging 200 per game. And again, 10 yards per carry and some change is mind-boggling at this point. But if he's just out one game, he can still get his 2,000 yards, and it proves, like you said, how much value he provides that offense if when he comes back, they win games by 10, 15 points, and he has his 150 to 200 yards in each contest. So I think the voters for the Heisman will remember this game and say, remember that time that Bryce wasn't there?
And what other guys that Bryce is in competition with are going to have that advantage of their team's games without them to provide perspective. It is funny, though. Imagine running for 6.5 yards, and the announcer goes, disappointing run from Love there. Not keeping it up to snuff.